I think we can all agree when I say that the state of modern TV shows isn't a fraction of what it was even 10 years ago. I mean, in early to mid 2010s, we genuinely had it good.
Yeah.
I'm talking straight bangers. I'm talking classics like The Walking Dead,
No!
Regular Show, iCarly, even Dog with a Blog. I mean, we genuinely had so much bangers.
Banger.
So I got one question. Where are they at now? I mean, we literally went from the Gilded Age to the Great Depression. All genres from kids TV to adult TV had so much shit to watch. And now what do we got? Love Island? I mean, that's the only show I can think of, bro. That's literally the hottest thing out right now. Weirdly. And speaking of kids TV, that whole thing's essentially dead. I don't think Nickelodeon has had a new show in like 5 years. I think that the decline of TV shows can be traced back to three things. So, without further ado, I'm Poppy Bluebird, and today we're talking about why TV shows suck nowadays. I feel like YouTube was one of the first signs that the mainstream media people consume, like movies or shows, would be turning into a different direction. That direction would be individuals making content. And because anyone could theoretically make videos, that means there was so much different types of content. Basically, whatever you could think of watching, it was probably on YouTube or some other social media. All you gotta do is just type it in. You can't really do this with TV because you're at the mercy of whatever streaming service you're using or whatever is on cable if you're still using that. So that begs the question, why would you go watch TV when you can watch Mr. Beast help a man lose 100 pounds? Also, apps like TikTok completely stole these people's audiences, aka us. Think about it. Even when you are watching a show, I bet you catch yourself scrolling sometimes. Our attention spans, yes, our attention spans are absolutely cooked. These apps' algorithms just captivate us like no other. We got no time to watch TV. I think people like this content made by individuals because, well, it's made by individuals. It's a lot more relatable to the viewer. They can watch the video and think, hey, that guy's not too different from me. Also, another thing these apps do is allow people to search and explore their interests in better ways than TV did. Like, who would want to watch a cooking show when you can watch this?
Warm fresh bread with honey butter.
But let's move on to the next reason on why TV won't ever be the same. Now this is where we get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Streaming services have changed TV forever.
Wow.
The introduction of this has allowed for so many more TV shows to get produced because unlike cable where you actually had to catch the show, with streaming services you can watch it whenever. And while in theory this sounds like a good thing because, you know, more shows equal more variety, right? Nope. This has made the competition for TV shows to be at an all-time high. So that means if a show doesn't do good or people aren't tuning in right away, it's likely going to get canceled before it even gets going, never to be seen again. I think this is why shows and movies don't take as much risks anymore. This competition also made seasons have less episodes in them, because with so many more new shows, a viewer doesn't have that time just for that one TV series. With less episodes per season though, it has caused it where each episode gets a higher budget, making it more big and grand and all that theatrical shit. But I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they don't really feel like TV shows anymore, just like parts of a big movie. You don't really get the vibe of shows like this anymore. And obviously, you know, this is because times have changed. The world isn't like how it was. But I mean, there's a reason why people usually go back to these shows. The vibe of these shows are just timeless. I mean, look at the Clone Troopers. Ew. Something about them just looks anatomically wrong. They look incorrect. Obviously, you know whoever created this took a lot of time designing it and building it into life, but it still looks off. Now look at the Clone Troopers in the prequels. Yeah, they're CGI. Yeah, they kinda look like a PS2 cutscene, but in my opinion, it still looks better than this. Another thing that streaming services made popular was the making of reboots. Because like I said earlier, they don't really want to take as much risks anymore. And because, you know, it's always good nostalgia bait. Now there's some exceptions, but usually reboots are all pretty bad. From the Full House reboot or the iCarly reboot, they're all trash. But I feel like that might be just a problem for media in general. We got all this cool stuff, all this new technology, but we're not seeming to do that much cool shit with it. So yeah, we got this boom of TV shows, but nothing really new to watch. Like most of the new shows coming out are just shows of an existing universe. I'm not saying that's bad, but I think we need some more original shows. Let's move on to the last reason on why TV is not the same. Now, am I actually saying that Stranger Things changed how TV is made and viewed? Low-key, kinda.
Yeah.
At least for American TV, this was really one of the first shows that started the trend of the 8-season episodes. And like I said earlier, less episodes mean higher budget. But here's a problem that comes with that. It takes longer for the seasons to come out. And let's be real, nobody, and I mean nobody, is trying to wait a whole 3 years for an 8-episode season. Eventually, people are going to lose interest, which is what's happening to Stranger Things. I think out of the reasons I gave, short form content is definitely the main reason for the decline of TV. I mean, if you look at it, even streaming services are starting to lose money, but that could be because they keep with us, taking off shows whenever they want, putting ads on. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, maybe even subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 before summer ends. And yeah, with all that being said, Poppy Bluebird out of the booth.